I cannot imagine life in the Philippines under the Duterte revolutionary government. The revolutionary government of President Cory could not be compared to what is brewing now. We did not even feel it. It was intended to transform the country from Marcos dictatorship to a constitutional democracy. There are varied schools of thought that try to explore the intermestic mind of President Digong. I am referring to how he would face issues confronting international and domestic concerns. When he was still running for president, based on my notes, his platform was anchored on genuine change. He has less than 5 years left to walk his talk to prove his worth. President Digong is operating on the constitutional democracy left behind by President Cory. He is functioning on government processes that allow people through their elected representatives to exercise power and influence state policies. Our tough guy president is not comfortable with this system on a slow snail pace. The Punisher finds problem on his war on drugs and corruption because of institutional hindrances. He has to face the fact that the power elite really controls our democratic government for its own interest. Ordinary citizens are given participation without power and involvement without influence. The majority of Filipinos is aware of this, but this majority belongs to the silent majority. This could be the reason why the enlightened and the suffocated groups are adding fuel to the flaming passion of President Digong to declare a revolutionary government. This could be easier said than done. President Digong here needs an educated masses, military with ideology, and political diehards, not butterflies. Behind President Digong, he got friends and supporters who are also pressuring his government for policies responsive to their interests and needs. This is elitism's rival model that I call pluralism. President Digong cannot just accept them publicly, but these groups stayed with him in turbulent and calm times. What is left for President Digong to be considered is the declaration of a revolutionary government that he does not want to call martial rule, or else he will be tagged as the new Ferdinand Marcos. In a revolutionary government, he needs the autocratic rule, authoritarian or totalitarian. You can always expect that a revolutionary government will not just last for a year, considering the geopolitical environment we have. This autocratic rule will give President Digong unlimited power. He can restructure the government, executive, legislative, and judiciary, towards his dream baby, federalism. That is granting that he has the full support of the educated mass, military with ideology, and his political diehards, who are just waiting for the perfect time. President Digong is perceived to be very good in poker politics, and he will embrace democratic peace while fighting the old and the new terrorists in our country. His theory of democratic peace was already tested in Asia-Pacific Economic Conference, APEC, an association of Southeast Asian nations, ASEAN. The heads of state did their best to achieve what they want in politics, economic, and foreign policy.